can't really see mine because I'm kind of plugged into the wall. So
is that a Bluetooth speaker?
It's the biggest Bluetooth Alexa speaker that you will ever have. And I don't know why it's sitting in here.
Alexa.
I think they're trying to record me, but if they are, that's cool.
Alexa's always listening.
She's always listening. She can hear you right now, everybody. Shh. Although it is kind of funny, though, because if you leave this in the studio, and then if someone just happens to be saying it, it'll go off in the middle of while you're on the air. And it's quite hilarious sometimes. You're like, oh, okay. Like, that's great. Like, Alexa just had to make a nice little cameo appearance.
Well, you do. You sneak out in the other studios, and you can figure out what they're talking about off air.
You know what?
Or maybe you don't want to know.
I'm currently unplugging this one right now. So, like, yeah, there you go. See?
Oh, he didn't do that?
No, really? You can no, you know what? That's it. We're done with that. Welcome, everybody, to Zia Comic Weekly. We are ready to nerd out for the next half hour. Lots to get to. How was your 4th?
Pretty uneventful. I stayed at home and just watched TV.
Just like everybody should.
Yeah, I saw you guys were busy.
Oh, man. Between Light Parade, 4th of July celebrations, and all the great stuff. I'm a little tired, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to need a vacation, maybe.
Isn't that what July 4th is?
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. But for some reason, next thing you know, we're riding down on a float down the street trying to get to the parade. And that made for quite an event, quite a story for everybody. So, yeah, it was
at
pretty
least
awesome.
It rained before the parade.
You know, and I don't know. It always happens, right? Like around this time.
The annual 4th of July rain, yeah.
Oh, man. And I was worried because we had all this equipment. You know, we had turntables. And I'm like, this is going to be really bad if it just starts raining and we're just sitting in this just walking electrical outlet fire. Like, we're just
the
waiting
electric
for that.
light parade. There's going to be a lot of, I don't know, electricity.
I was like, yeah, we might have to opt out of this one if it starts to rain. Just saying. So shout outs to everybody through the neighborhood of Espina that we drove by trying to get to the parade. There was people walking outside to see this Hot 103 float go by. We're like, we're lost. We're going to make it, but don't worry about it.
Waving to people. Hi.
Dude, people were in their backyards just hanging out or in their front yards. We're driving by. They're just kind of like, what the heck? I'm like, hi.
They do that puzzled stare as you drive by. Like, what the heck?
There was plenty of those. It was so weird, man, but it was so awesome. I mean, it was all worth it once we made it. But maybe next time we'll make sure to tie things down a little bit better.
Or maybe we should just make an alternate route.
You know what? Have a rogue parade and go different routes.
Yeah, if you can be float number 1, you can lead that thing anywhere. The rest of them are going to follow you.
I'm not gonna lie. I think at one point we were leading traffic. And by the way, I got to give my kudos to Martine. We made Martine be the driver. So yeah, we put him in. He's like, I give him the keys and I said, our life is in your hands. Good luck, buddy. No pressure.
That poor guy, all the crappy jobs. Like, who's gonna do this? Martine.
Oh man, he does it with a smile, man. So I love that kid, man. He does awesome.
The smile is just outward.
Yeah,
inside, he's plotting your death.
He's like, I got Joe standing right now. He's like, if I hit this brake, he's like, but then he realized, he's like, man, that's a lot of work I got to do the next day. So probably not. Oh my gosh. So what's been going on with you, man? I see pretty busy. I keep seeing those announcements roll out for Las Cruces Comic-Con.
Yeah, we're getting ready for that. We're adding some more people. I thought we were done with the guest list, but there are some late minute people who contacted me saying, hey, do you have a spot for me?
Hey, can I come to your party?
I can make a spot. I can probably fit you in. So we might be adding, 1 or 2 more people to Las Cruces.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be you bring the more the merrier, man.
Yeah, people are still going to complain. Or my favorite is you announce somebody and right underneath that announcement, instead of being happy you announced somebody else, it's like, oh, well, you should have brought this guy in.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
that happens every time.
It costs 6 figures to bring in. Yeah.
Hold on. You know what? Bring 2 of them. We'll go ahead and take 2. Oh my gosh.
When did that GoFundMe go in? Yeah, okay.
we'll just go ahead. If you want to just go ahead and donate, we're gonna start putting our cash apps on this thread, so that way people can just go ahead and start adding. Like, go ahead, taking
Yeah,
donations as we speak.
we
I was
should.
excited, man. Honky Tonk, man, especially because his name has been it's been mentioned quite a few times in the wrestling world these days, just because of his record of holding the Intercontinental title, and then knowing that he's going to be at the at Las Cruces Comic Con, man. It just kind of all, I mean, it's right at the right moment, man. It's kind of cool.
See if you can break a guitar over your back.
You know, that might be what I need to finally,
A
get some.
prop guitar.
Well, not a real one, man. If he does a real one, then that's it for me for the week. Then I'll have to take a week off. I mean, you never know, man. It'd be kind of cool. You know what? We get a chiropractor to sponsor that guitar.
Now you're thinking.
What could I say? This
Now
works
you get paid the
sometimes.
big bucks.
This works sometimes, man. I tell you. But no, man, it's exciting. And of course, tickets, folks can still get their tickets. Vendors, is there still vendor spaces?
There's a handful of vendor spots left, less than 10 last time I checked. And I got a lot of people tell me, "Oh, I'm probably going to get one next week." I'm like, "Dude, don't hesitate. You might come back next week and there ain't none there."
Look, I was having this conversation, and some people seem to think that it's like, oh, we got plenty of time. Man, can you believe school's already coming up in 2 weeks for the public schools?
Yeah, that means I got to dodge school buses in the morning
Uh,
and evening.
but look how fast the time is going by. So for vendors to be like, oh, I'll just wait till next week. Y'all blink, and next week ain't gonna happen. Next week we're probably gonna be saying that they're sold out.
It's a walk-up city. It always has been. Everybody likes to do everything at the door, and I don't know why that is, but
Yeah.
it's just how it is.
Hey, we've told y'all, and we can go back. This is now episode number 4 that we've told you guys that you should get on it now, because like I said, there's a handful left, and you don't want to be out. And then what about VIP tickets?
There's still some of those left, and we sweetened the deal over this past week. We added in VIPs will get a free photo op included. We worked that deal out with the photo op people. You'll be getting some kind of voucher with when you pick up your VIP stuff. So whenever the guest you want, like if you want to get a picture with Honky Tonk Man, he's in the photo booth, you just walk in, you say, "Bam! There's my VIP voucher. I want my free photo op," and you go get your picture with Honky Tonk Man.
There you go. So I'll be getting my picture with Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah, and then you should go and get it signed, and then take it and get it JSA'd.
See, look at that. Hey, for being tired, we're on it today.
Yeah, the stupidity will come later. It's in there. It's just circulating.
It's somewhere. Well, we know you got Las Cruces Comic Con coming up next month, but tomorrow, Alamogordo.
Yes.
We got the big event, grand opening, Alamogordo.
Yes, sir. In fact, we were just up there yesterday dropping off. We got some glass display cases we dropped off at the store, so it looks fuller now, not quite as empty. And yeah, tomorrow is the grand opening, which is going to coincide with their downtown nights, which they're going to theme it superhero. So they got like the Immaculate Car Club's going to be there. There's going to be food trucks, all kinds of activities, the costume contest, and we're throwing in a free pair of weekend Las Cruces Comic Con tickets to the winner. And we're going to have local artist Raymond Gay in the store, shining stuff.
Perfect. So it's all coming together, man.
Yeah. Hey, all the nerds in Alamogordo, you can come out from under those rocks. We got a place for you.
Hey, it makes a nice little drive out there tomorrow from Cruces. Y'all go out there and celebrate, because it sounds like it's going to be a full slate of events, and it's all like it doesn't line up any perfectly. I mean, you got your grand opening plus the event that they're having. I mean, this is and then they're theming it superhero.
Yeah, and the Roadrunner Emporium just was sold to new owners, so they're having their new soft opening on that day as well. So it's going to be a lot of stuff to see, a lot of stuff to do for you nerdy types like us. So yeah, man, there's no reason for you not to come out. What else you're going to do on Friday night?
I know, right? I was like, there's plenty to do at Zia Comics. So go out there tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of fun. What time does everything kick off?
The downtown nights thing, it starts at 5. We're going to do it from 5 to 9 p.m. So it'll be in the evening. So, get off work, Even if you drive from Cruces at 5, you can get there by 6:30, 7 o'clock. Still going to have a couple hours of activities you can do.
Yeah, go check them out. I can't believe it, man. Tomorrow it's finally opening. I can't believe we're saying that. It's finally happening.
Yeah. Cross your fingers, knock on wood, everything goes well. But we did have the soft opening week just before this, and I think the soft opening week went pretty well. And it's still no matter how much you market and advertise, there's always people go, well, I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't hear about this. We get that here in Cruces still. People, I didn't know we had a comic book store. Dude, we're in the middle of Main Street.
I was like, you do not see that? Really? You just pass by it?
It's a big 30-foot tall Spider-Man.
I was like, what do you think? It was like a Spider-Man's home, or what was going on? Like, that's where Peter Parker lives. He's got that big of an ego that he puts his picture outside of his home.
Oh my God. So you can never market and advertise enough.
You know what though, man? I mean, but letting people know, and then of course tomorrow it's gonna be awesome, man, and something to do, man. I mean, like I said, we're getting closer to school starting, so I know parents and kiddos are just trying to find other activities to do right before they got to go back to school. So make sure you guys head on out to Alamogordo, like you said. If you guys head out there, leave here at 5, get there, you'll be plenty of time to do some celebrating and have some fun. And there's a perfect also opportunity to wear your costumes as well. Like, you don't have to wait till Halloween. Wear your costume now.
Yeah, you can dust off last year's costume, or you can test run this year's costume.
Yeah, I will not be wearing last year's costume. I'm just letting you know that now. Yeah, that one was a one time. That was I will die if I wear that. I can't even wear that indoors. That's how hot it would be. And I'm like, no. So that Mr. Potato Head costume. Someone get us some chives and some sour cream and some cheese. We'll be ready to go. He's a loaded potato. No, that one is being retired. That was a one and done. I will never do that again.
Yeah, that's like, you should never pick a costume that has a full helmet, because then you're going to need a handler, because your vision is like this.
Yeah, and I don't exactly have the best of handlers around here that would help me. So
I've heard stories.
Next thing you know, I'm ending up in El Patio. I dressed up as a penguin. So yeah, that will not be happening.
They're taking you out to a nondescript van with no windows.
Like, wait, this isn't the cool oldies van. What's going on here? Oh man. Well, let's nerd out. There's a couple of things to get to today. There's been a lot happening. Secret Invasion, of course, is streaming on Disney right now. And of course, I believe they're in episode 3, if I'm not mistaken. I'm still a little behind, 3 or 4 that they're on. But got to give it to Disney. They're doing some heavy marketing for Secret Invasion.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one so far. I've been a little busy, but that first one set the groundwork pretty well. It's going to be a lot darker, it looks like, than most of the other Marvel stuff, which is good.
And like you said a couple weeks ago, Disney's really not doing a whole lot. I mean, we were so used to that there was always something different from Marvel, and they kind of cut back a little. And I think this is good, because now we're going to be able to, we're behind a few episodes, obviously, but I think that gives us time to go back and watch them and kind of digest everything, so then that way we're ready for whatever events. And obviously Captain Marvel sequel is coming, so that will give us enough time to get prepared for that.
Yeah, like I said, I think they're going to use Secret Invasion as kind of their reset point, because that way anything that doesn't make sense or you can't explain, you can always just say, "Oh, it was a scroll."
Yeah,
it was a scroll.
That's true. But I also wonder, people that die, can we just say, "Oh, that was a scroll that died"? No, it wasn't really them.
Yeah, as I was saying, you could, or if they make some dumb decision like, "Oh, that character would never do this," you're right, that was a scroll.
It was a scroll. So Loki probably isn't dead then.
Well, he's jumping time streams. Which Loki are you talking about?
Right. So we don't. It's the alligator Loki is what we're thinking.
Glorious purpose.
I mean, I can't wait for season 2, man. I am excited for that.
As long as you got Mobius in there with him, it'll be good.
No, yeah. I mean, I think it's going to work out for them, man. I'm excited.
I want to see him get his jet ski.
It'll eventually happen for him. No, man, it's crazy. I mean, you got, and I don't know why, like, usually once these shows kind of start, then you kind of see them dial back as far as promoting them. And I think I've seen more being promoted heavily now than when it was originally coming out. I guess they really are just like, hey, you know, we really want this to do well, and they're really pushing it. I mean, I see maybe every other ad on TV is about Secret Invasion.
And maybe they're just trying to prove they can do something without James Gunn.
You know what? You're right. Because I mean, it was successful with James Gunn, and now he's gone. So you got to make something really stand out because you don't have James Gunn anymore.
Yeah, they don't want it to be pinned all on him. All the success was because of him. They kind of want to. No, it's us. We got good characters. We got good stories.
We swear we're gonna try to do a lot better. But yeah, I don't know, man.
If the
I'm
movie failed,
excited.
it was a scroll.
Hey, there we go. Hey, why did Indiana Jones fail? It was a scroll.
I wonder if you can use that in the office.
You know, probably could. I wasn't here yesterday. That was a scroll.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
It was a scroll that was here, not me. So sorry, I can't. Anything that happened yesterday, that was on them, not me. I mentioned Indiana Jones flopping. Indiana Jones made 65 million, I believe, this weekend.
Does that even cover Harrison Ford's payroll?
I don't think it does. So original projections had it at a $160 million opening, 300 million to make the movie. Didn't even make 65 million.
Oof.
And I think this is the last one. I'm assuming it's the last one.
They've been saying that for the past 2 or 3. And they should have stuck to their guns.
They really should have. I mean, especially like you said, 65. Did that even cover Harrison Ford's fee? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, I on Disney Plus, by the way, they have all the Indiana Jones movies. I went back and gave the Shia LaBeouf one a chance.
The Crystal Skull.
Yeah, I mean, you start dealing with aliens. I was like, okay, I can see why it got a little ridiculous.
They filmed part of that out here.
Yeah, out there,
Ranch.
That's right, huh? You know what? I didn't even think about that to pay attention for like the areas of when they, because you know when we saw some of the other movies, you could kind of tell like, oh, okay, you could tell the sunset or whatever's New Mexico, but
yeah, I was still working at White Sands, and we had to go out there. We were going to work on the radio repeater, the transmitter, and we had to sit on the side of the road and wait while they did all their filming before we could cut through.
Oh, man. I know that some of it was filmed in Deming. I want to say the airport hangar scene was filmed in Deming as well.
Yeah, I think so.
That was the most excitement that's been in Deming for a while was Indiana Jones was there. So, oh no, sorry. Creed filmed out there as well. They filmed some of the Creed movie out there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey man, New Mexico is just a nice space to be able to do some great filming. I mean, we've seen a lot of films come through here through southern New Mexico, so why not? But yeah, I tried to give the Shia LaBeouf one a chance, man. It just was like, okay. I was like, okay, maybe I'll watch this and maybe it'll kind of, I guess, build up to maybe want to go watch the other one or at least wait till it starts streaming. No.
And they're talking about Shia being, they're trying to pull him into the MCU now.
What would they pull him into MCU for?
I don't know. I have no idea. What's an annoying character they can pin on him?
I don't know at this point. Man.
So if it was DC, I'd say Mr. Mistoplik, but Marvel, I don't know.
I mean, unless I could see him maybe being a villain in the next Eternals movie, maybe, or maybe in the sequel to Shang-Chi, but I don't know to what capacity, though.
I don't know if I can see, Shia LaBeouf doing martial arts.
just do it.
Just do it.
I mean, hey, that's pretty motivational.
Yeah, he could deliver an over-the-top villain speech easily.
Who would be the villain in the new Captain America?
He's got a couple villains. He doesn't have an extensive rogues gallery, though.
Yeah.
Besides Red Skull, that's the first one that pops into mind. Who else?
So I'm wondering, maybe a rogue agent or something that he could possibly be. I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't exactly scream action these days. I mean, if you can't even stick in the Transformers catalog, I don't know if we go into the MCU. And the MCU probably needs to chill on who they're bringing into we can't just be inviting everybody.
Which is like, hey, who's a big name that people will recognize? Let's have them do something.
What's Pete Davidson doing these days? Throw him in there. We're good.
They brought him into DC.
Yeah.
He was in the Suicide Squad movie.
And I believe he was in the Guardians movie as well.
He might have been. I know he was in the Suicide Squad movie because he saw his face.
I mean, he died 15 minutes into the movie. Sorry, spoilers if anyone ever saw it. There was a lot of happy folks that saw his character just poof. There you go. Well, that was a quick cameo for him. I was like, I kind of gave him more hope for lasting a little bit longer than that. But then again, we kind of thought the relationship with him and Kim Kardashian was going to last longer. They didn't.
That guy's pulling all the big name hot women.
I don't know how, man.
I've heard rumors.
So. Yeah, never mind. We'll just.
I've heard rumors.
Oh my gosh. So let's switch gears now to Knuckles. It looks like the series has officially wrapped filming. It's set to hit Paramount in late 2023 with Idris Elba returning to voice Knuckles. The TV series, and they're saying this will be what launches for the third installment of the movie.
Of the Sonyverse?
Of the Sonyverse.
Sonic verse, whatever we're going to call it.
Sonicverse. The Sonic CU. I don't know.
Just call it the Elba verse. Everything with Idris Elba.
That would actually be perfect, man, because
bring all his characters together in one big universe.
It could happen. But so we're gonna give this a shot to see what a TV series based on these cartoons is gonna do.
I have a feeling they'll probably have a lot of cameos throughout the first season. You'll probably see a lot of Sonic, a lot of Tails, a lot of Dr. Egghead. I don't know. Can Knuckles support a series on his own?
I'm wondering depends if they go the comedic route and you're doing these 30-minute episodes. I mean, I could see something like, I don't know, it'd have to be a little bit more, not totally, but a little more of the adult humor that you would see. And I think that's what's going to push it forward, at least for the parents to be happy to say, okay, hey, we're going to go watch the third one with the kiddos when the Sonic 3 movie comes out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but they pulled it out with Mario, so I don't know why they couldn't with Sonic. Maybe we'll see a cameo by Ugly Sonic.
At this point,
be all for that.
Hey, Scrolls.
they own it. Use it.
If you're right, if you have it, you might as well take advantage of he did well in Chippendale. Might as well have him an alter. I mean, how cool would that be? You punched into a different universe and Ugly Sonic pops out.
The ugly version where all the characters are just jacked up.
Oh my god, Tails is all like sad and he's developed a smoking problem, and I don't know.
There's another idea for you, Sony. That one's free.
That's another free one for y'all.
We're available for consulting.
I don't know what's going on with that writer strike these days, but we'll gladly consult. We'll throw some money out your ways.
I'll cross the line.
This is $1 million idea, and we'll take half.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I'll take some free cheeseburger.
Oh man, isn't that what you do when you're an extra on a movie set? You just have to settle for the cheeseburger.
If you're lucky. I was only on one movie set as an extra, and we got cold spaghetti and some crappy salad.
Well,
never again, man.
You're like, no, that wasn't worth the 15 hours for some spaghetti.
It was 16 hours of nothing but clapping and cheering. My hands were sore, and I lost my voice. Cold spaghetti.
And it's crazy to think that especially in the movie, that scene is like 10 seconds. But yet it filmed 15 hours. Yeah, right. Because even some of the filming that they did in Zia, you're like, oh my god, they must have spent a lot. That was like a small portion of the scene.
Yeah, that little market scene.
That's
it was unrecognizable. I had to walk around Zia trying to find it.
And I was just kind of like, okay, man. So a lot of the movie, they're probably going back to that space numerous times. No, just one time.
Yep.
One time, and that is it. 10 seconds. There you go. Here's your cold spaghetti, and take a souvenir with you on the way out.
Yeah. Well, it's just like Bruce Willis was in town. He filmed right across the street from the store. Didn't see him. Not once.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson filmed down the road. Didn't see him.
But it's like, hey, do you
Yeah.
guys see the store in the background? No, oh, they blurred
Nope,
it
not
out.
even that. Yeah, I trust
Oh,
me. I've looked in every truck. I'm like, oh,
that's what's bad. It's like they stopped right as they were about to cross, and they're like, oh wait, we
how'd
stopped
you?
filming right.
Oh. I would let them
Man.
film in the store. Just ask me.
Oh man, it's so yeah. I mean, we got quite a few things. I did notice that Paramount has recently decided to go through and cancel quite a few shows. Apparently, they're doing a purge of some shows. No worries, Yellowstone and everything that Sylvester Stallone does right
Oh,
about now is going to be fine. But a lot of the shows that may have not have picked up so much steam are getting the axe. They're saying, of course, they're doing budget cuts, and I think a lot of that has to do with, Sylvester Stallone. I mean, even from his reality show to the other show that he has on. I mean, right now they're some of the top streaming shows on the service. So, I mean, I can't see them canceling that anytime soon.
yeah. The Tulsa King, that one he's in, I can't wait for the second season. That show was really good.
Yeah, and man, but I think Sylvester Stallone may have found. I mean, I'm glad he's not doing any more Rockies, but I mean, I think he's onto something, man. Especially with this, a lot of these, I mean, that we've seen in the movies. I think them transitioning to these shows that are on streaming. I mean, you see a lot of the actors that have been doing it with Apple TV Plus. I mean, I think it's a great move for them, and I mean, it's a pretty big paycheck too, because that streaming money is some huge money right there.
Every month, you pay those dues.
Yeah, and so we'll see what happens. So Paramount obviously clearing out office, so that way they can make sure Sylvester Stallone is okay, and the folks from Yellowstone and the 1882s and all the other prequels that they have.
Uh,
So did you ever get into Yellowstone?
I watched Yellowstone. I tried to watch the first prequel. And I was like,
Yeah,
I don't like it. It's not for me.
yeah. No, I was good with Yellowstone, but going back into the prequel, I was like, okay, we might be just a little too much. I mean, people like it, but I was cool with Yellowstone.
Yeah, well, even Yellowstone, some of the stuff they do that doesn't exist in the real world.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, that ravine has got to be full of dead bodies by now. You'd think they would have filled in that ravine with all those dead bodies.
Okay, what is going on here? Like, is anybody from outside gonna come investigate this? Like, because this is getting a little crazy.
Why are all the wolves always in this one spot? Well, it's because there's a lot of dead bodies.
New
The
body this
buzzards be
week.
just circling overhead the whole time.
We have a buzzard problem. Well, we'll take a look at the ravine. You guys got a bigger problem than the buzzards.
Yeah, they're here for a reason.
Oh man, I didn't get a chance to check out any of the other streaming services lately to see what's dropping. I do know Mario Brothers is coming to Peacock. There's a couple other big movies. Twisted Metal is a show that's going to be coming to Peacock with Captain America being the star of it.
The Captain America or the Falcon?
Oh, what? The Falcon. I was like, wait, hold on. I can't remember his real name. I was Anthony Mackie. Yes. So we got our first preview of Twisted Metal. It looks hilarious. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit more comical.
I don't know when they made the last video game for that, but we might be the newer kids might not know what that is, but that was such a good game back in the day.
Man, you were looking for that friend that had, and it sucks because it was only on PlayStation.
Yep.
It was only on PlayStation, and so for the younger generation, y'all need to look up Sweet Tooth, Twisted Metal.
Yeah, not the new series with the little kid that has deer antlers, but
but a different one.
Everybody wanted to be Sweet Tooth on that game.
I'll bet if it wasn't between him and who's the dude that had the wheels with the arms?
Oh, that was his vehicle. Yeah,
it was just big wheels, and he was just rolling around. Axel, I think his name was.
Probably that sounds about right.
I just remember he was the dude that had the big wheels, and he just kind of rolled with them. It looks good, man. It's nice to see. I don't know if they ever went in a comic interpretation with that. I kind of feel like they could have.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember that, but maybe.
Well, maybe just because some of the graphics were kind of at the time. I mean, but then again, at the time in the 90s, that was like, oh my God, look how amazing they look. But it kind of looked like it's something that could eventually went to a comic book and been a series but I don't think they ever did.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing one ever, but yeah, they could have, and maybe they will now that they're reviving that series.
Maybe. I mean, there's just it looks great. Anthony Mackie. I mean, his comedic performance, man. Just anything you put him in comedy, it just the fact that you had Sweet Tooth singing the thong song is hilarious to me. So, I mean, what can you say, man?
Don't get
It's gonna
better
be
than that.
it's gonna be tough to see him as a Captain America after he sang the thong song.
That just shows you if he's a good actor or not, if he can switch the role and make you believe it.
No. So don't mess it up, Anthony Mackie. I need you to be Captain America, not Cisco from the thong song. So, Troy, if they want to stay up to date with you, they want to find out all the latest happenings. Where can they find you?
We're all over interwebs. We got the Meta, the Insta, the Twitter, the YouTube, and the TikTok.
Are you on Thread?
I've never heard of that one, so no.
It just came out yesterday. I've been seeing there's a new Twitter from the Metasphere called Threads. So,
What happened to that one that right now that where you would take a picture of what you're doing right now and have to upload it? Did that thing die?
Be Real. That's
Be
what it's
Real.
called.
That's it.
Yes, Martin does it. Every once in a while, Martin will say "Be Real," and I'm like, "About what?" He's like, "No, be real." I'm taking a photo. I'm like, "Oh, I thought you were asking me to like be real with you on something. I didn't know we were taking a picture." So,
is that something you have to say it while you're doing it, like parkour?
I guess he's like, "Be real." I'm like, I can't be anything else, but I mean, I can't be artificial. I mean,
yeah, you just flip him off there. Yeah, that's Be Real.
Well, he said that he's like, "Be real," and we're over here trying to put together a float, and I'm like, "Dude, not right now. It is 100 degrees outside, and I'm trying to make sure that we don't fall off this float. I don't have time to be real."
Yeah, I thought that one was kind of dead. He's still using it.
I guess they're still using it. Hey, we're the old folks. We still believe in the MySpace and the
Friendster.
The Friendster. Yeah, there you go. I was trying to remember it. Friendster.
Yeah, those are, I think, the two that die. I think MySpace is kind of still around.
The last I knew about MySpace, it was trying to serve as a platform for musicians, but I don't think it ever really took off. Because if you remember, Justin Timberlake was buying into it or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He couldn't bring sexy back for MySpace.
Oh my gosh. Well, you can catch me on the Facebook, Hot 103's Big Show, Big Show FM on Instagram and TikTok, Joey on the FM. Yeah, I'm still there. I'm still dancing away, dancing my little heart out. I'll keep dancing until trying to floss. I don't know. I can only do this type of the flossing with my teeth, not the other one. I don't have the hips or the body structure to do the other one.
It's too far around.
Far around. Hey, then I really will have to call in a day. I was like, I can't make it. My hips hurt.
I threw my back out.
What'd you do? Flossing with your teeth? No, I'm trying to do what the kids do.
Let's make a TikTok.
But did you like it? No. Okay.
Oh,
I did. I have minor pains in my hips and got 1 like.
Thank you, Mom.
Guys, this has been another edition of Zia Comic Weekly. We'll see y'all nerds next week.
Later, nerds.